Love him or hate him, there's no denying one thing. Donald Trump is a man who has lived a life filled with towering success, crushing failures, and unexpected comebacks. His story is not just about politics or business. It's about resilience, risk-taking, and the mindset of a fighter. Today, let's dive into his journey and uncover the lessons we can all learn from it. Donald Trump was born in 1946 in Queens, New York. From an early age, he was introduced to the world of business through his father, Fred Trump, a successful real estate developer. His father built affordable housing, but young Trump had a bigger vision. He wanted to build skyscrapers, luxury hotels, and global enterprises. He wanted the world to know his name. Trump attended the Wharton School of Business, where he learned the fundamentals of finance and real estate. But the real test came when he took over the family business. He wasn't content with playing it safe. He expanded aggressively, taking on projects that many considered too risky. His boldness paid off, and by the 1980s, the name Trump was synonymous with wealth and luxury. He built Trump Tower, a gleaming skyscraper in the heart of New York City. He purchased casinos in Atlantic City, developed hotels, golf courses, and even dabbled in the entertainment industry. He lived big, thought big, and took risks that others wouldn't dare to take. His confidence, his branding skills, and his willingness to go where others feared made him a giant in the business world. But success is never guaranteed. And what happened next proved just that. The 1990s were a nightmare for Trump. The empire he had spent years building was collapsing. His casinos, once symbols of extravagance and success, were drowning in debt. The towering skyscrapers that bore his name were no longer symbols of success, but of financial ruin. One by one, his businesses crumbled under immense pressure, and soon the world watched as he was forced to declare multiple bankruptcies. The media didn't just report on his fall, they celebrated it. Headlines ridiculed him. Once admiring voices turned to mockery. Every day felt like a battle. Lawsuits piled up. The once grand offices of Trump Organization turned into war rooms for legal defenses and crisis management. He was forced to make choices no businessman ever wants to make. He sold off prized properties, let go of businesses that had once been his pride, and watched as his empire shrank. The lavish lifestyle, the luxury, the air of invincibility, it was all fading. It was a defining moment. Many in his position would have accepted defeat, quietly fading into the background. But Trump? He refused. He wasn't done. He wouldn't let his failures be his final chapter. Instead of letting failure define him, Trump rebranded himself. He started writing books in which he shared his philosophy on business and success. He became the host of The Apprentice, a reality TV show that reintroduced him to the world in a completely new way. Through the power of television, he transformed himself from a struggling businessman to an icon of success once again. Then came the biggest gamble of his life. In 2015, Donald Trump shocked the world by announcing his candidacy for the presidential election of 2016. Many laughed. They called it a publicity stunt. They said he had no experience in politics and no real chance of winning. The media mocked him. Political experts dismissed him. But Trump understood something that others didn't. He knew how to connect with people. He knew how to speak their language, how to tap into their frustrations, and how to turn doubters into believers. His campaign was unconventional, bold, and often controversial, but it resonated with millions. Against all odds, he won the 2016 election, proving that, in life, nothing is impossible if you believe in yourself and refuse to back down. But life is a constant battle. After one term, Trump lost the 2020 election. His critics celebrated, declaring his political career over. The media painted him as a defeated man. His opponents believed his influence was fading. Yet, history had already shown that underestimating Donald Trump was always a mistake. Despite the loss, he remained a powerful figure. His supporters continued to rally behind him. His voice remained strong. And soon, he did what many thought was impossible. He mounted a comeback and entered the political arena once again. He proved that true leaders never back down, no matter how many times they fall. So, the next time you find yourself facing failures and setbacks, just do one thing. Stand up, raise your fist above your head, and shout, "Fight! Fight! Fight!"